School board members, we'd like to recognize you and thank you as well. Yesterday we had some board members that showed up, as well as some members of the Gary Common Council. So I'm very excited to present to you all this year. We're going to go ahead and start here. Present to you this year the 2023-24 edition of the Crimson Sound Ballot. Now, as an audience, we ask that you all refrain from talking. So we're asking for everyone to refrain from talking while the performers, the instrumentalists are playing, because we want to be a good audience, because we're going to bring you a good show. All right, we're going to get started here. My name is Mr. Murphy. I'm the director of instrumental music for School City of East Chicago. So I'm the only person in the district licensed to teach what I teach. There's one band director in School City of East Chicago, and he is standing on the stage. So I get the distinct honor of working with my students. If they start off at Block, I can see them on through to college and beyond. So we just had a lot of people might not know, but Jacayla Griffin graduated last year. She was only in band for 2 years, and she got a $40,000 scholarship to Wilberforce. I'm sorry, Jayla Griffin got a $40,000 scholarship to Wilberforce University in Wilberforce, Ohio. And Jayla had only been in band for 2 years. Imagine what we could have done had she been with us longer, but that's okay. Everything happens on a time frame. Jacayla Griffin, and I apologize for mispronouncing, getting them mixed up. But Jacayla Griffin is our first and only sousaphone player that we've had since I've been here in EC, and she is holding down that tune. So, ladies, if you want to get in band and you're serious about it, any instrument is open. All instruments are unisex, so it doesn't matter what instrument you play. All right, so the way that the flow of the program will follow is you'll get a chance to hear some of our warm-up material. And these charts that we're playing come from different colleges and universities that I'm affiliated with. So first you'll hear us do our tuning note, followed by chord progression, which was a chart that I got from Professor Alex Kaminsky over at Vandercook College of Music when I took some graduate studies over there a couple of years ago. And we played it, the graduate students played it. So we're going to get started with our warm-up note, tuning note rather, and then chord progression. This next one that we're going to do came from the next couple of pieces that we do in succession. B-flat and E-flat warm-up came from Florida A&M University down in Tallahassee, Florida, and that is what we refer to in the band world as the granddaddy of bands. Dr. William P. Foster was the director of bands that started back in 1942. And from there, he's built that band program, and they have numbers well over 360. I think this year they're 362, something like that. But I think at their largest size, back in about 2010, 2011, they were 420 members strong. And so they have some of the best arrangements. It's the Setter brothers, Lindsey Sargent, and his brother's name. But the Sargent brothers, they do all of the arranging for Florida A&M. And so I reached out to a couple of my fraternity brothers down there, and they gave me these charts for us to do as a warm-up. So this is part of what we call the Circle of Fifths. And if anybody is familiar with music theory, The circle of fifths is all the sharps and the flats. So this one is our B flat concert scale with a little bit of slight modulation in it. So B flat. The melodics in that chart just, I mean, they send chills down my spine. And I'm gonna be honest with you, I talk a lot of stuff because my kids can back it up. These kids can play. This next to my group, this is the best playing group I've had since I taught at Roosevelt. And we didn't have anything like we have over here. We didn't have the technology and all that stuff. I mean, I still was handwriting music to give students. I didn't even have photocopies. But here, we have all that, and these kids can perform. None of these students on stage take private lessons. None of them have had any previous playing experience until they came here and got in band. And a lot of my colleges, not other high schools, we don't do that. I tell my students to set the bar and then exceed it. And so I'm very proud of them because they've earned the spot to be up here. Just because you're in band, first off, if you're in my class, I've allowed you to be in my class. You have to be able to have, this is SEL, ladies and gentlemen. You have to be able to hold, you have to make sure that you're punctual. You have to have self-control. You have to have discipline. If you don't have those things, then this is not it for you. These students have earned it. Okay? And they wear these shirts with pride. They wear these uniforms with pride. They play these instruments with pride. We want you all to have the same. This next piece that we're going to do is another warm-up that I got from Mr. Sargent, Professor Sargent rather, and this is the E-flat warm-up. So you hear some other modulation